If I were to go back and try to figure out how to make my first dollar online, knowing what I know now, this is the exact thing that I would do. And by the end of this, you will know how to make your first dollar online. Any creator that's out there is going to want what you're going to be offering. So the problem that we're solving, because we have to solve a problem to make our first dollar online, the problem that we're going to solve is there are people out there right now on the internet that have a product to sell, a digital product or whatever product, and they're spending 80% of their time doing the needle moving activities, the things that need to be done in order for them to make money. This other 20% of their time gets put into the rest, and it's not producing the way they want it to. And what I mean by that is, if they are just showing up on one platform, let's say they're really big on YouTube, they could increase their business by 5, 6, 10 times if they were to be able to show up the same way they do on their primary channel on these other channels. I know this for a fact, and when I first got started, I had several clients that paid me $17,000, $15,000, $10,000, $6,000 to do this for them. This is the first thing that I did, because I thought back, what would I do now? I would just do it differently. I'd have done it better, because I went out on foot and found people that were selling something, and they couldn't repurpose the information that they had and put it out there in a way that it would give them more surface area or get more attention or people to their websites and then turn them into leads. So what I would do is, the solution that I would do is I would take and go find the people out there that are selling things right now, and I would simply go to them and I would do what we're going to talk about up here in these 5 steps. But the problem that they're having is they can't find the right person. Oh, I wish I could just find somebody that could take my videos and turn them into something that I could put out on my Twitter or TikTok or YouTube Shorts, or, man, I wish somebody could take my best videos and turn them into LinkedIn articles and, put me out on these other platforms where the message that they spoke in the video obviously resonated and worked, because you can just go look at it. And so I would take, with my clients, I would take their best stuff and we would turn it into all different types of things, and I would distribute that on social media for them. They were getting traffic, they were making sales, it was a win-win, and they weren't even having to spend money on ads. So that's what other people want too. And nobody is doing it right that I'm seeing out there. At least I haven't ran into them, because I get DM'd all the time, and it's the worst approach ever. And I'll show you how I would do it if I really wanted to make money and get my first dollar online. So what you would do, and I'll get back down to this here and how this works, but essentially when you take their best stuff, or you take their stuff, and you take one thing of theirs that is already proven, and you turn it into many things, this is what I call a repurpose engineer. Okay? Now, I'm going to be building a program called Repurpose Engineer that shows you how to do this. And I'm not selling it to you in this video at all. I'm just letting you know that that's the power of it, to where I'm devoting time to building something like that, because it's a very simple way for somebody to get started and start making money online. So what this person will do is, they're going to take somebody's best content and you're going to run it through the you lens. And there's this template that I have that you can take one piece of content and you can use some free software. Everything will be free to start, all of it. And you can take that one best piece of content and you can turn it into a myriad of good pieces of content. And I'll show you how to actually structure these things and do everything. And you'll take them from just showing up in their little corner of the internet down here to taking that best stuff that they don't have the time or the energy to do or want to do, and you can get them across that gap, because they know that if they were to have their best stuff repurposed correctly, the way they would actually want it to be repurposed, then it would scatter them. It would literally, in some of cases, it would 10x their business, 100x their business, because they're already proven in one sector. The likelihood of you taking that to another platform is only going to make it better. So they get more by doing less, and you become extremely valuable. I know this because a friend of mine that I've known for 10 plus years, he couldn't figure out what he was going to do. Now he's making over $30,000 a month doing this, but he's just focusing on one particular channel. I'm going to show you how you can easily distribute yourself. And this is another thing that's cool about this is going to be, it's very low tech, number one. Number two, the work's already been done for you most of the way. So 80% of the work's been done for you. You can make all of this stuff pre-scheduled, and you can do everything so that you actually still have time. When I did it, I was out going to them, and I was spending so much time and energy in between or with them or trying to get the content, and it was a nightmare. That's why I quit doing it. So let's look at what this actually takes. Because if I'm telling you right now, myself included, if somebody came to me and did what I'm about to share with you, it would be like a no-brainer. And I've heard this from some of the biggest creators out there, and I kept hearing it and I kept hearing it, and it started to really like bug me a little bit. And I'm like, you know what? I see where this real problem is now, that because there's so many creators out there, right? There's all these people doing everything. Everybody's got, some kind of online business or something. And there's problems that happen when you have an online business. So for you to start and make your first dollar online, solving that problem is going to do very well. And your $1 online will turn into many. And that's the key here, because the moment I figured out the first time, when that unlocked for me that I could create content and create solutions for people using the internet, it was like game over. I could never look back, because I seen that as a vehicle that for as long as I was going to be alive would give me the opportunity to make money. So let's look at this. What you're going to do, and I'm going to give you a top-down look at this, okay? I don't have enough time in this video to get tactical with you. I'm just more or less raising your awareness of this. But this is something that I could literally put down in a document, which I'm, again, doing. It's going to be called the Repurpose Engineer. You'll learn more about that here soon. But this thing here is what I could literally tell somebody to follow this plan right here, and they could go make their first dollar online. So essentially, I'm just helping my past self here. So the first thing that I would do is I would pick the top 3 topics that I like in my life. So I want to pick these top 3 topics. These are the things that get most of my time, right? These are the things that I spend most of my time on, that I like, that I enjoy, obviously, because I'm spending my life in these primary areas mostly. These topics, these top 3 topics would be the ones that I know the most about. They would be the ones where I can really resonate or, relate, or I'm like an insider in terms of like I understand the inside language about these topics. And then you're simply just going to pick one. Okay, pick a topic. Literally write down your top 20 favorite things, circle the top 3, okay, by actually thinking about what you spend the most time on, and then put a star by the one that you like. And you're just going to pick one. This isn't an exercise forever and ponder off in the woods. Like, just pick one. The goal here is to get you to make that first dollar, because once you make that first dollar, the rest you'll start to iterate and line out. Okay, so that's what we're doing here. You're just going to pick one. The next thing is you want to pick the top channels in that topic, and you want to start making a list of the links of their top hits, meaning go to the internet, go to YouTube, and in that topic that you picked up here, I want you to pick the top 10 channels that get the most views. They're the most popular on that particular topic. And then I want you to go to their videos, and I want you to click on videos and then most popular. If you click that, it's going to show you their top most popular, like 8 videos it'll show on the screen for most of you. And so what you want to do is you want to then, of those top channels that you're finding, you want to make sure that these top channels actually are selling a product. So they need to be selling something. I don't care what it is. They just need to be selling something. Whether it's digital or physical, it does not matter. They have to be selling something. And then you're going to take these top videos, all right? And what you're going to do is you're going to create a multimedia bundle or kit. You're going to do a great job. You're going to create from those top videos, you're going to turn them into posts that can go on Twitter that fit the platform. You're going to create LinkedIn posts out of them. you're going to create short form videos that can be posted on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. Okay, and Reels, all right? Or that was Instagram. Okay, so that's what you're going to do, and you're going to do the best job ever. You're going to take and do a job as if they were yours, and you're going to take the content that they already have created, that they already made, that is already proven to be their most popular stuff, and you are going to turn it into a multimedia bundle, and you're going to put it in all the formats that are going to be easy for them to simply just take and upload. They don't need to do any more work than simply publish it to their platform, okay? So that's how you're going to create this multimedia buddy. You're going to take their best stuff, because here's what happens. When you do that, and there's ways to do this very quickly. We've got AI today, and I'm not talking about making some just crappy run it through the mill thing. I'm talking about stuff that's going to actually drive traffic to their website. So there's a proper way to do this. There's a proper way to set this up. What's cool is there's only 4 real angles that you have to come from to basically cover all the different styles. And within each of those 4 styles, there's multiple categories where you can take one of their videos and turn it into multiple pieces of content. This is very, very helpful for a influencer or creator, or somebody that's making north of $10,000, $20,000 a month. This is something that becomes a real big problem for them, and they need some real people that can actually solve it. So that's you, the creator, the person that can edit and create. Okay, this is not for somebody that doesn't know how to do that, unless you do figure out how to. Okay, now the next thing that you're going to create is you're going to create your 2-page client portal. This 2-page client portal you can create with a free website, and you can literally hook Stripe to this thing, and you can set up what it's going to cost them to do business with you. Now, in the beginning, I used to literally drive to somebody's place. I would take pictures, diddle-daddle with them, talk about blah, blah, okay? And it was usually in the beginning, it wasn't even a topic or subject I was excited about, but I was there because I wanted to work for myself. And I went and I would take pictures and I would recreate them and turn them into all kinds of different things that could then be distributed online to drive awareness and traffic and leads to their business, which then became sales, and some of them lifelong customers. That sucked. And I charged $75 a week for that. That was my first thing that I would charge for, right? Now, when you send them this multimedia bundle, here's where everybody screws up. They just send this DM and they're like, oh, I like your videos, and they give you some, whatever pitch. And then they're like, oh, I really like your stuff. I'll start making videos for you. And it's like, are you kidding me? Right? If that were me, what I would do, I'm telling you right now, I would take their best stuff and I would blow their doors off, and I would give them a whole month worth of content to post if I had to, or a whole week where they would be posting 5 times a day on 5 other platforms that they're not currently on, because they have to focus on the platform that they're the best on, which is where they have the needle moving stuff that's generating money for them. But if they were to take their best stuff and have it redistributed and repurposed to actually look good and be good, if you go to somebody and you give them that, hey, I seen your stuff, here's a couple weeks worth of content for you already made, ready to put in your scheduler, or that can be scheduled or ready to post, and it's in a Google Drive. And I would make it so good that it could not be ignored. They couldn't ignore it. They'd be like, wow, this is amazing. If I want this person to what? Keep doing it. Inside of that little bundle, when you're going to have a link that goes to your 2-page client portal. You're not going to ask anything. What you're going to do is you're going to add massive value to their life in the form that they actually need help with, and you're not going to ask. You're going to make it so good that they ask. They do the asking. And when they do ask, you can let them know that there's a link to your 2-page client portal where you can charge them $100 a week. And you're just going to charge them $100 a week, and you're going to keep creating content until they want to give you more money. And I promise you, if you do that, you will make more than your first dollar online, obviously, but you will still do that. And you will have a great relationship that started off on the right foot, and like any relationship, it should be a give-give. Okay, I'm not with you because I need you. I'm with you because I want to be with you and I want to help you and I can give to you, right? Not because I need something from you. That's where everybody goes bad on these DMs over here. I see it every day in my own inbox. I probably have 10 of them in there right now. Oh, I've seen your videos. Let me edit them for you. I'm like, dude, why don't you just edit it first and then blow my mind and send me some stuff? Like, why don't you dump it on me? I would go over deliver for all my clients. I'd always say, give me 1 week to post your stuff. And I would go there and I'd take video myself with my own hands of their shop and do interviews of them, all this stuff for free. And then they're like, dude, keep doing it, man. I love this stuff. This is great. This is how I picked up clients that were paying. Some of these clients paid over $17,000 to have this done in not a very long time. Okay. I've got all of it to show you. I'll try to remember to put something up on the screen to show you. But this was several years ago. This is like 5, 6, 7 years ago. Okay. Things have changed. It's so much easier now. And then what you're going to do is you're going to publish daily, because what you want, the name of the game, outside of the obvious of being consistent with it, you need to build a list of people that have the problem that you can solve, and then you want to sell those people on the list your solution. How do you build the list? Well, if I were to go back and I were going to do it myself, all of these people are having this problem, right? So I would put together either a free email course, which would probably be the route that I would take. I would build a community within that email list. I would have like a newsletter or something to that effect, like I do now. I would continuously educate them about the importance of having their content that works, that's proven organically and proven out there, being distributed across all these other channels, and how, you know, you can repurpose it. And I would continue to educate them and show them the statistical values, which it's pretty simple. If it worked here, it's probably going to work everywhere else if you can make it designed for that platform and put it in the right way. Because that's what we do now. I take my newsletter becomes a YouTube video. That's what this is. This YouTube video can turn into emails. It can turn into threads. I can turn this into carousel pictures. I could chop out each part of this where I'm talking about this, and it can become a slideshow. It can become an email series, an ebook. It can become an entire product, like I'm doing here with the Repurpose Engineer. So again, to recap, what you're going to do to make your first dollar online is understand that this is a very serious problem for people. They can't find somebody to edit their stuff or to manage their community or to, do proper job of repurposing and distributing them. And the top players, the top players, they do have this in place, and that's why they're the top players. Okay? And my friend that started doing this, he is in a position now where they don't want to get rid of him. And this is a very great place to be. All right? Because you also get better and better at this, and there's ways to also lighten the load for your side, or at least you'll know then how to make money online, and you can redirect how you want to navigate your life. So, pick 3 topics that you are infatuated with, you know the most about, you love it. Pick one. Just pick one, okay? Forget about it. Just pick one. Pick the top channels and the top hits of those channels that come up for that topic. Okay, get real familiar with it. You probably already know them if you're into this topic. 3 is create a multimedia bundle or kit. Think about how awesome it is to get a kit of something, right? The big baskets with soap and all that stuff that you give, your aunt or something. Think of it as like that, but it's just a humongous bundle of stuff. And what will generally happen, at least for me, was, well, can you post them for me? Yeah, I sure can. Here's my 2-page client portal. If they ask you to do something, then they're asking, right? You want them to ask you. You're not cold going at them being crazy like that, okay? Don't do that. And then build your email list, start a newsletter, or have a free email course, or have something that, these people here, I know what I would do. I would easily have an email course that says, hey, are you really good at one thing, but you're not good at getting it everywhere else? Well, here's exactly how I would do that, especially if you're extremely busy. Here's a 5 email course that you're going to get over the next 5 days that does that. I'd educate them about this whole thing and what you can do, and I would sell them people on the list, and they're coming to me. Let me know down below what questions you have about this, how you feel about this. And if you're not on my newsletter yet, you should be on it, because I'm going to be showing how to do all of this in live time. I'm taking you on a journey, because I'm going to be creating some new products for you, some new digital products that show you and save you time on how to do all this, right? You might be able to, oh yeah, I can do all of it. But what if it was just already all done for you and you could just get started and get going right away? Okay, that's the idea here. So I'll see you in the next video.